Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Krishna Priya. This is the Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It is Saturday, the 16th of October, and we have back by popular demand. We have our special guests. We have Susan Mulheran and Wendy and Napolitano. I don't know why I freeze up. I don't know why. Anyhow, it's just Italian and I should know. Anyway, but we're really glad you're here. Last time we were here, we did mostly an interview. And so we ran out of time for channeling. And I really wanted to bring you back for channeling. So welcome back for channeling. We're going to do something a little different, but I'll say that in just a moment. So Angie has some announcements, I believe.
Yes. You said that it was October 16th, but it really is September 16th.
Did I say October?
Yeah, that's okay. So we
I was in my mind, I was saying September.
Right.
I'm going to listen back. I don't believe I said that.
That's the fairy energy.
Did I say that? Did I say okay.
So for announcements, we have, if you're new to our group or new to watching on YouTube, we have a book out. Jim Charles and Max Rempel, they have a book out, From the Galaxy with Love. It is on Amazon, and it's also on the other one. I can't remember what the name of it is, but of the site. We are also doing our what is it?
Excuse me?
Oh, I asked what would the other book site.
I don't remember the other one. Sorry,
yeah, me either. And all of a sudden, I'm not sure what the other site. I know
it's on Amazon and something else.
Yes.
Yep. Where books are sold.
Yes. Where books are sold. We have our gathering scheduled for next year. It is August 8th through August 12th, 2024. It's a gathering on oneness. It's a gathering.
In my mind, I was saying.
It is about.
YouTube started late. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not even touching anything.
I know it. And
go
it's
ahead.
doing its own thing.
It wasn't me. That was someone. Did someone go on YouTube? Or no, because that wasn't me. My thing isn't live. Anyway, don't worry. Keep going. Sorry. I don't know what's happening.
The gathering next year is at Oneida Park in Canandaigua, New York, and it is a beautiful park. We are renting the main lodge and 3 cabins, and we are hoping to have a very big turnout. This is more, yes, there's going to be some classes that will be taught or shared with everyone, but the majority of that is about oneness, coming together as a group. We have a lot of people that are in our community, and we would love to just bring together and fellowship or come together and be that oneness and share everything. The cost is $6.95 a person, and it is, you can come in a day early if you need, if you're flying in, or if you're not flying in and you want to drive in a day earlier, we have that option available. If you're interested in this, please email classes@hucolo.org, and I will get that information out to you. The information is also on the Facebook page. Click the link. And it'll take you to the registration, and also on the Human Colony Hucolo.org website. It is on the left-hand side for the gathering, the information, and the link to the registration form is there as well. Thanks.
Okay. And so let me just say who we have in the room today. We have Angie, myself, Susan, Wendy, Bola, Kat, Christine, Joan, and Radha, and more people coming in. And hello to everyone. Are you watching the YouTube chat? Perfect. Okay, I see a couple people in there. So we're going to do something a little different today. We'll start with blessings, but who wants to give a blessing? Just put a little acknowledgement in the chat. That's no problem. We'll start with the blessings. But what we're going to do is we're going to have Susan and Wendy chanting. I'm in India. We're going to have channeling simultaneously. And so whatever question you have will be answered by one or two beings, whoever comes through that it's necessary to answer the question. So instead of requesting the beings, the questions are going to pull the being to us. It might be one being that stays the whole time or switching off. So I just wanted to make it a little more eclectic and give everybody a chance to, as opposed to waiting for a certain being to come through, we will allow whatever being is necessary to come through to answer the question, if that makes sense. So I think that's
yes. And for the sake of housekeeping, do you want to ask me first and then ask Susan second, or Susan first and me second when the question comes up, or you, so we're not overstepping each other, because our eyes will be closed.
Oh, I will make sure that the person asks the question, and I think the person can't ask. I mean, I don't think the person would really ask the question directed to Wendy or to Susan, but they'll ask the question.
Right, it'll be to who's being channeled. Mm-hmm.
It'll be, the question will be asked, and then the being that wants to answer it can come through.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Or
yep.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, one or the other of us could speak up and say, I have a message.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I put both of you on screen. So perfect. Yeah, Bola was saying I'm open to any being, so that's great. Okay. Who wanted to do a blessing? I know you two can do one, but anyone else want to do a blessing?
Sure, I'll do one too.
Okay, Angie will do a blessing. All right, we'll do Susan, Wendy, Angie, and yeah, Susan, Wendy, Angie, and just keep the blessings short and sweet. And if you have a interpretation, please go ahead and give it. If not, it's fine. So Susan, Wendy, Angie. Go ahead, Susan.
All right. Tia siko haya tia, hia siko huya tia yesiha, hia tukutea yesi kotoya hia, tia sia blessings everyone. Sia ya hia tukuta ya hia, sia ya suku, thank you for joining us. Sia kaya ya, husia hia sukutea ya. There are many that are here wishing to speak with you. Sukoya tia ukua, hia zia hia yutu hia tu kutoya to share our enlightening messages. Sukoya ya sia ukuto. Here sia here tukuta here sikoi, we hope you enjoy. Sia ya here tukoya yetia kia here zia yatia utoya sia ya sukotoya. Blessings.
Uluru tu uchikira nara to hi sigurira marati ichikira na turu tire paro tu nara tati sigurira mako nya inyora inyoro. We bring you blessings from the angelic realm, from the galactic realm, and from the elemental realm. There are many, many, many that are here. Call on who you ask, who you want to ask, and we shall be present. Our blessings to you. Good day.
Thank you. Angie, go ahead.
You laugh.
Saku utu ratata sania. Unu uru ti a kana utuchu uru utu no aka a. Nia hatu ku ura miata kututuri a na aka a. Blessings.
Thank you. Did you have an interpretation?
Yes.
Okay.
We are all here and we are gathered with you in this time, for there is much to come, there is much to know, and there is much to learn. Bring your energies together and be at peace with one another.
Beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay, perfect. So I would just say whenever you're ready for questions, and if you want to bring through a being that can give an introduction, I think that would be nice. We can go Susan, then Wendy, and then, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that being would need to answer the questions, if that makes sense. But so I would just say to your groups, who wants to bring through a high level, high energy message, and then we will commence with some questions. So do what you need to do to get into your channeling state. And when you're ready, just maybe lift your hand and then I will say either Susan or Wendy. Whoever's ready first is fine.
My teams are ready now. They're already connected in with me. And so therefore, I am coming through as Archangel
Are
Raziel.
you
So when I say
speaking, Wendy?
me,
Because I can't hear anything she's saying.
hello?
Yes, we can hear her.
Okay. I had to look to see if my microphone got turned off somehow. And I am coming through as Raziel, who I am Wendy's higher self and connected through with her. And we are quite united these days. And so therefore, I am just stepping forward to say that at this time, we're asking you to open up your hearts, to breathe in through your hearts more, to connect in with the light of who you are and all that is, and to remember to ground yourself, because many of you, especially within this group watching Hucolo, are connecting into their higher consciousness often. And really what we're asking you to do is to ground as often as you, so go down into the earth's energy as often as you go up into the etheric energy, if that makes sense. And so we send you our blessings today and are happy to be a part of this gathering. And the stadium cheers.
Very nice.
This is Archangel Metatron, which this one is a fractal of. Thank you to all that are gathering in this space and that will receive this message at a later time. There are many of the archangels working on behalf of humanity at this time due to the intensifying pressures that are placed upon you. But stand your ground, stand within your inner power connected to Source, to Mother, Father, God, to your Creator that is always within you, within your heart. And you may connect with them there, with the all that is. And that is my advice for where your focus shall lie or should lie at this time, rather than on the outer world or the outer messages that may want you to drop into fear, and lower your consciousness. This is something that is planned as a distraction, as a control mechanism, but this is something that you, as the free sovereign beings you are, connected with Creator, do not need to fall for this illusion, this guise. For you are always the powerful creators. You are always in control of your reality. You are always have the ability to shift your minds, shift your thought processes into a more positive state. So focus on your self-awareness of what is going on within your own minds, within your own hearts, within your own thoughts, and create the reality that you wish according to your highest direction, your highest joy, your highest bliss. And let the energies based on those intentions flow to you from God and the universe in a positive way. Much love to everyone. And I hope you enjoy these transmissions that are to come forth from many beings that are here with me. Thank you.
There is a question directly for Metatron from Radha. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Me being that Wendy is channeling wants to also answer this question, that would also be welcome.
Thank you. Hello, Metatron.
Hello, dear one.
So we understand humanity experiences these cycles of chaos, destruction, and then stabilization, reorder, and we're going through those cycles now. So are there specific predominant beliefs that humanity needs to align with in order to better work through these cycles? Anything you can recommend?
Yes. The belief to align with is that freedom is yours, that you live within a free will planet, free will universe, that you are only restricted, you are only limited as you allow it to be. And so you are able to shift your reality at will and know that you have the power to do so. Even though you have been told that you are less than, that you have been told that you should answer to others, that you've been told upon your planet that you need others to lead you. Now is the time to lead yourselves. Now is the time to truly know yourself, to go within yourselves and examine and release all that no longer serves you, all those old program beliefs that have limited you. For these need to be let go of in order for you to rise, and in order for you to rise into the new world that you wish to create. You must first let go of the old world, let go of whatever ties you to the material forms, whether it be addictions, whether it be favorite pastimes that maybe aren't the best for you, or eating less than healthy food substances that do not revitalize your body, things of this nature. It's about your self-awareness, that you have the control to direct your ship on your plane of existence, on what you wish to experience, what you wish to have in your reality. And so that is what I advise for all, to really be aware of your thoughts, of your pastimes, of your habits, good or bad. If you focus on the good habits more and less on the bad habits. And it doesn't need to be where you need to stop so-called cold turkey from doing things that you enjoy, where you are here to enjoy your lives, to have your human experiences, but it would behoove you, that it would be to your benefit to eliminate anything that is holding you back, whether it be also relationships, for example, that perhaps are less than loving, that perhaps are not mutually supportive, that are not bringing out your best self or mirroring to you your best self. But part of that is reflecting on things and people that come into your life that are perhaps not what you wish to be present, and being aware that something within yourself is drawing those people or things to you, that they are bringing them into your awareness, into your consciousness, so that you can examine what it is within yourselves that are bringing about these experiences that you may not want, and that is up to you to find out the source of these things, the source beliefs, the source ideas that you hold within your conscious mind or subconscious mind. And through meditative practices, through going within, through examining these things, and forgiveness practices, releasement practices, releasing anything that causes you suffering in your lives, anything that's causing you to be in a state of fear or limitation, that these are coming from within you, that it is not something that is caused by the other person or the thing. It is something that you are creating for your own experience. And that take ownership of this, take accountability of your lives, know that there is no one else to blame. And I do not, of course, recommend blaming yourself either. It is all just experience. There is no good versus bad. That is the dualistic world that you are in the process of rising above. And so anything that brings you into that sense of duality, of the sense of separation from others instead of love, that things that in the world are representative of the contrast between love and lack of love. And as you recognize this and you shift your thoughts back to love, shift your feeling self, allow yourself to feel the love within you that you are an aspect of from source, and expand that feeling within yourself to draw more of that into your life. Set your intentions for what you want to create, and let the rest go. Does this answer your question?
Yes, it's a powerful message about being empowered, self-empowered, that we have the ability to create our reality. So thank you for that. And if I may just ask one last question, how does the knowledge of sacred geometry impact us or influence us in our day-to-day lives? Is it more about appreciation, or is there a deeper level of interaction we can have with sacred geometry?
You can work with me, connect with me in your meditations, and call on, yes, you can call on sacred geometry to support your manifestation practices, to add, I guess, a more powerful influence to help expand the direction, if you will. Not expand the direction, but to help direct the energies of your intentions in your meditations, in your manifestation practices, and that you may call on me to be there with you, assisting you with this.
Okay, thank you so much.
Or amplification of the power of your intentions, that this can be a tool for that.
I see.
Wendy, sorry, did Wendy's beings have anything to add to that question?
Yes, let's go back to the first question, shall we? I believe that Metatron went off in a tangent, and
Of course.
which was much needed at this time. And I hope that you go back and listen again and again and again to what Metatron offers to each of you. But what I pulled from the cycle, and I introduced myself as Universal Sky, what I pulled from the question was, what are these new cycles that are coming up, and how will they affect us? And so connecting in with the universal sky and the vastness of all that is, we ask you to, once again, you'll hear this often probably today, to go into the heart and to connect in with the unlimitedness of who you are. Do not look at the sky and the objects, therefore, that are within the sky such as your central sun, who is here gleaming in Wendy's eyelids and has been since Metatron began speaking, as well as the cycles of the moon. As the ebb and flow of the tide comes and goes, these cycles also will come and go and come and go. And so for you to be most in your heart is important, to look at the sky and the objects therein as you. Do not separate themselves from you. They are not separate, they are you. Is there anything to fear in the cycle? There is not. Is the cycle continual and ongoing? It is. If a planet is gone tomorrow, will another one take its place? It will. If a star has finished burning its brightness and fades into the dust and rock that it will become, will there not be another star in its place? There will. And so we, as the universal sky, ask you to look at the stars and find what shines bright within you. Look at the moon and find the glow within. Look at the sun and know that you are the brightness. You are the brightness. You are the light. And that is all we have to offer regarding that question. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, perfect. Let me just check. I know there's a question in the YouTube chat. I just want to make sure that okay. There's a question from Mindy. We'll go ahead and take your question, Mindy, and just, yeah, go ahead and ask.
Okay, thank you. I'm just wanting to check in, and whoever wants to speak, that is fine. I'm going through a ton of changes all at once, and it just feels really weird after 12 years of kind of being stagnant, ending a relationship that I thought I was really in love with, and moving into a new home, renovating, all these things on my own, self-love, and just wanting to make sure that I'm on the right track and I'm not missing anything.
One moment. Greetings, I step forward as Merlin. There are many changes, as the universal sky just spoke of. These changes are being experienced by those who are light workers and those who are not light workers, humanity, let's just say all of humanity. And the experience that they are having today in the letting go, in the changes that are coming, especially with these high energies of light coming through, these frequencies within yourselves, your frequency is changing. As your frequency is changing, the things that are old, that are stagnant, like a still pond with no water movement, it is time to let these things go so that your life can move forward. Will there not be some sadness, some looking back to the past, looking over the shoulder of what might have been, what could have been? Of course. But we ask you now to find the magic within yourself, to find the brightness within yourself, to find the energy within yourself that is illuminated, that you can create with the sparkles of your dreams. Do not look to the past. You may acknowledge it. You may give thanks and gratitude for the understanding of what you have learned, and then find the magic within. Find the magic around you. Find pleasure in the hotness of your cacao beverage. Find joy in the brush of the wind against your face. We remind you to find your magic, and we thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Susan, did you have anything to add?
Yes. Your journey, your experience here at this time is of your own making, is of your own direction, is not dependent on any one person or other person. It is yours. It is yours to experience, is yours to own, is yours to direct. The choice of every situation in your life is yours, and you are on the right track. Know that whatever feels good within your divine discernment is good. Everything that feels off track or doesn't feel right to you, let it go. It is okay to release it. It is okay to release any sense of guilt, of following your own path, of following your own truth, of knowing what your heart feels and expanding upon that. That this is something that your love of life should be what guides you forth. That follow your joy, follow your bliss. You've often heard of this within your reality, this phrase, but it is true. That do not feel that you have an obligation to a person for your entire life, for your entire journey. For if you feel that, even if you have a so-called contract or an agreement to have a certain experience with another person, that this may just be for a specified amount of time, or for however long that you feel called to share that experience with that person. That this is something that if you feel that you have learned what you wanted to learn from the interactions that you've shared, and you feel like you are ready to move on to a new experience, to a new phase of your life, then just honor that. Do not release any sense of regret, guilt, anything like, have I made the right decision? Am I being selfish by choosing myself in moving forward in what makes me happy? For you've been often taught from the time you're young to be in a state of self-sacrifice, to sacrifice for others, to put others first, to do good for others. But I am telling you, it is okay to be selfish. It is okay to choose yourself and your own experience. That to put yourself first, for ultimately, this is your life, no one else's. This is your experience that you have chosen to come in and have. And if it feels right to you, if you go within your heart and you are happy about your choice, you're happy about your decision, you know that it is going to bring more and more wonderful experiences to you, the choices that you make, then continue to go with the flow, move in that direction. Even if you don't know where it is leading you, let go of any fears you may have about what is to come. If it feels good, just continue to walk down that path, walk down your path of your choice. That is what I wish to share with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Okay, was that the end of your question, hon, Wendy?
And that I just wanted to mention, that was not Metatron, that is Satira, this one's Sacred Heart Dragon mother, and also Wendy's.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, perfect. All right. Kat has a question. Go ahead, Kat.
Yes, hello, thank you for coming. How How does it look? Someone's self-awareness for a cell body.
Are you referring to the cellular structure of one's body?
Of so how does it look, or how does it influence self-awareness for a cellular body, for a body cell?
Can you clarify that a little bit more? Because I can see the confusion. Are you asking how the cells affect you spiritually, or what is it that you're asking specifically?
So how does it look for a cell of the body,
Mhm.
someone's self-awareness? You want me to rephrase it?
I can answer this question. I understand it.
Okay.
And this is Archangel Raziel coming forward once more. Although there are many spirits of doctors' energies who are here as well, but I think that I can address this in a better level. My blessings and love to my doctor friends. What you are asking is the cellular self-awareness within the body, and the body is a universe in and of itself. When you are connecting into the elemental realm of your elemental body, the innate within you, your ability to awaken your own awareness to your own cellular structure is a possibility. Archangel Raphael would support me in this, as he works directly with the cellular structures of not just the humans, but also many beings, as the work is being done around the galaxies, plural, the universes, plural. And so as the cellular structure within your own body comes into its own awakening, as the light is being emblazoned within it and the cellular structure lights itself up, you must realize that you are your own universe within your own body, the physical structures and the organs therein. If you can imagine that the heart, the lungs, the intestines, the mitochondria within your body, within your physical structure, the cellular structure connected in with the nerves, they are all their own conscious streams, individually and uniquely one, similar to yourself being part of the light, being an individual and yet part of the oneness of all that is. And so if you are finding that your self-awareness to one's own physical structures, for example, if you are saying to yourself, let's take it in in a form of strength training. If you say to yourself, I am not liking the shape of my arms, and I think I shall do some lifts with some weights to build some muscle, you are talking to your body and you are asking your muscular cellular structure within your body to physically build and develop. And so as you add weight to add some resistance to those cellular structures within the physical form, you then therefore will start to see a muscular build where you may go from having very little to having something worthwhile, something of strength, something to show of the effort that you have put into it. This is the same within your awareness of yourself. As you begin to put your effort into it, where energy goes, energy flows, as all of you have heard the saying once, time and time again. And so the self-awareness within the cellular structure begins to blossom because of the new light. You may be in tune with some new ideas, some new thought forms, some new processes, some new thoughts on how to treat the body, how to relax, how to eat, how to be physical, how to rest. All of these things may come up. We hope that this answers your question.
Yes, that's very instructive. Yeah, agree. So whatever idea, if you have your own self-awareness, whatever idea you want to exert, eventually over your physical body, the body will follow right away that idea.
Exactly. You are in command of your own body. Although
Yeah.
there are many stories around and about that would say, no, you are not in charge of your own health. This is simply not true. We're asking you to recognize your consciousness and expand your belief system and know that all healing is possible. But one does have to release the limiting, we bring up limiting beliefs, similar to some others from earlier questions, limiting beliefs and the expansion of oneself and the conscious awareness to their innate ability to connect in with their own personal being, their elemental being that is the physical body, but also to recall that they are an etheric being. You are not the body, you are not the mind, you are the soul. So when you connect in at a soul level, you know that you have control over your own consciousness and the physical form that you reside, your avatar.
Yes. So self-awareness is actually the fastest way to manifest whatever
Health,
you want.
wealth, joy, happiness, to manifest. Don't add a but.
I have to add my butt also.
Just sit on it, shall we?
Yeah.
And the team with Susan, I feel that there is a response there as well.
I am.
Yes.
I was getting a no, but or feeling that that your answer, Raziel,
Is sufficient? Okay,
is
then we end
sufficient
it
or
there.
complete. But I'll
That is-
ask again. I'll ask again.
Perhaps it belongs to the next question.
Yeah.
Ask-
Yeah.
ask-
If you have a second question, perhaps.
Yeah. So you don't have a butt?
Let's see. I'm getting no, we are complete.
I have a
Perfect.
second question, if you don't mind.
Okay.
It's more about more about the situation of my country, Romania, which is near the Ukraine, and I saw a little bit of a news that Romania might be involved or not. Can you tell me? Do you know something about it? If you can answer.
One moment. Romania is an ancient country with ancient energies that need to be cleared, that need to rise to the surface. And part of this will come about in the skirmishes, in connection with the skirmishes in the Ukraine. There will be some involvement, but stay out of any fear or concern about harm that may befall you or your loved ones, for you are well protected, and so are those family, friends, those that you are connected with, that you shall be protected.
Well,
But
I'm in Canada. I have a friend there that's
yeah, I feel
that lives.
I feel like you have some concern that it's bringing up a feeling of tears, a feeling of heartfelt concern or love for your country. And
Yes.
one thing that you can do is, focus on sending the pink ray to surround your country with love, and focus on sending light, sending support, seeing it in a clear high vibration, and just surrounding it like a hug with your love, with your energies. Stay out of any sense of worries or fears that you may have that may be coming to the surface for you. I'm getting there will be maybe some minor, I guess, involvement along the borders, but that it won't penetrate the heart of your country, that it won't, there won't be a, I guess, massive invasion. So stay out of, I guess, any beliefs or thoughts or, about that occurring. Or do not put focus in, I guess, in that outcome, but focus on that any involvement shall be minimal, that your country is safe, that you are safe, that your friend is safe. Well, you are safe where you are, but that your country that you love will remain, will not be overtaken.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, indeed, I love my country,
Yes.
and I care.
So
I don't know.
focus on the love, not any fears or worries.
Good.
Much
I'll
love to you.
I'll send them a few gallons of pink.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
I have Brandon the gnome singing a song for you. And he says it's from our mother Gaia.
No.
Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. When I was just a child, I asked my mother, what will I be?
Beautiful.
Very nice. Thank you very much. So the gnome was a child sometimes?
His name is Brandon.
Brandon?
And Gaia, coming to you from the mother energy. The changes will be what they will be. I have releasing that I must do in these old energies, and some of these, shall we call them old world countries, are being released, changed in various locations. There are many beings that assist this energy to transition, to move. The galactics and the angelics assist me in my own progress, in my own soul's life, my soul's journey. The thousands and thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of years that it is and will be. Do not be in fear. Be in your joy. You are always, always asked, in the direst of circumstances, to stay in your joy.
Yes. Yes.
And blessings. Blessings to you, my son.
Thank you very much, Father.
Mother, Father, God.
Mother, Father.
Oversees it all.
Thank you. Okay, Angie, there's some questions in the YouTube chat, I believe.
Yes, there are. Excuse me. Eddie B says, is it possible to see if I am on the same or different timeline after almost dying from trying to take my own life when I was younger and unable to deal with life properly?
I have Archangel Shamuel here. Do you not feel the change within you? Do you not feel that this was a precipice for you to leap off the old and into the new? to remind those that feel the heaviness of suicidal thoughts, of suicidal actions, to not judge themselves in the current life for the survivors, or in the past life for those that move on, to accept and love oneself in where they are in the now. If you want to shift your timeline, shift your timeline. You have this capability within you. You also have the capability within you to have love within your heart and expand it. When there's a change of heart, to get to that precipice, to say, do I jump or I don't jump? One is analyzing oneself. Those that decide to go forward are those that are ready for their next step in their journey. Those that decide to do a 180 or a 360 have decided that they shall take their mission and work through the contract that they came to emblazon, to blaze a new trail, to look at the path that they just walked and to say, huh, this path looks familiar and yet it looks different, because there are fresh eyes, because the decision has been made to change. If you have ever found yourself in this position, do not fret. Do not hold guilt. Do not hold shame. Do not hold disappointment. Do not hold these words that may have been thrown at you that you're unloved or unlovable. Let that all go. It's bullshit. Put it into the fire. Release it. If you still hear these thoughts bubbling around in your head, write them down on a piece of paper and set it to flame. And then write anew the words of encouragement that Source has for you, that the angelic realm holds you up in these magical words of enchantment, of happiness, of peace, of bliss, of self-satisfaction, of courage, of thankfulness, of love. And so call on me. Call on me, Archangel Shamuel, and I will be there to emblazon your heart with love. I too will bring the pink ray, the magenta ray, the fire within the heart. My blessings to you. And thank you for choosing your journey.
Susan, did you have anything to add? Thank you.
Yes. I am Archangel Jophiel, and I support Shamuel's message wholeheartedly. But I would like to add that your divine blueprint for this lifetime, your life's plan, if you will, that there are multiple potential exit points that you may take, that you're not limited to only one, that you have many choice points, guideposts along your journey where you can take option A, option B, whatever you wish, whatever you wish. Think of your life plan as a class outline, if you will, if you were going to school, that you have a high level outline of what you wish to experience upon your journey, but you are able to shift timelines, shift dimensions, shift into different realities from moment to moment, just based on shifting your thoughts. And that one choice does not need to be judged as better than another. As what has been mentioned, that those that do take their own life are not judged on the other side, that it is more of your own evaluation of your own life in your life review, where you evaluate yourself. You evaluate the choices that you have made throughout your life, and perhaps whether you, in your own assessment, missed the mark of what you wanted to experience, and maybe you want to come back and have a second go at it, that this is all allowed. So do not feel that there is any judgment or should be any regrets for any choice that you make throughout your life. That is all, it is all acceptable. That is all your choice, your own journey, your own experience. It is all a process of learning more about you, about yourself, about what you want and don't want based on your experiences, and moving forward in each now creation into greater joy, greater love, greater bliss, greater knowingness of who you are as a soul, of who you are in relation to others, in relation to God, your creator, and yourself as an aspect thereof. That practice, yes, self-love, self-acceptance of whatever you experience, for there is no judgment outside of yourself for this, dear child, that you are always beloved by Mother, Father, God, that they are always there for you to reach out to, to comfort you, to connect into the love that they have for you, as well as the love within you, that you are an inherent aspect of the divine, of the all that is, that constantly return to the focus on your heart, on your love, on who you are in truth, not the illusions, not the stories that others place upon you, or the judgments others may place on you. Those are just others' perceptions, others' stories that they are projecting from within their own consciousness onto you, but they are not your truth. They're not who you authentically are. That is something for you to discover within yourself, and that your angels, your guides, your light team, the ascended masters, all that you connect with, all that you wish to reach out to, are just a thought form away, that we are all here as part of you, as we are all one in the higher realms, that we are all connected, and that it is just a momentary shift of your mind to connect with us. So please do so, for we have such great love, such great admiration for all of you, for all of humanity that has chosen to come at this time to bring the light, to bring the love, to face these challenges that are continuing to increase on your planet, and to stand in your freedom, stand in your power, stand in who you truly are, and be that example for others. Be that example of the love of Creator that you are. I send you my love. Focus on your joy, your happiness in every moment. Much love.
Thank you so much. There's another question. There's some more questions, Angie, in your chat, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Otis says, prayer, please. My grandmother has Alzheimer's. May she please get a prayer for her health.
It is done.
Steve Helm says, if one were to travel from universe to universe, does DNA hold the lives of experiences, or does it stay at source when going to another universe?
Please repeat.
Yes.
If a person were to travel from universe to universe, does the DNA hold the lives of experiences, or does it stay at Father God's source when going into another universe?
The short and easy answer for that is, are you alive while you're traveling, or are you in astral, or have you crossed over to the spirit realm? Your soul's consciousness travels with you no matter where you go. If you were talking about going through the Stargate, then your being, who you are as you enter the Stargate, continues to be your being. Will your DNA memory recall be broadened once you're able to do this type of travel? Sure, of course, expansion. That is what we are all about. That's what we are here for, is for the extended appreciation of ourselves. There are still limitations to the DNA here within this heavier, dense 3D cycle, shall we call it, within this plane. But those that are working on their ascension journey are able to increase awakening their DNA, their galactic DNA, and the strands that are disconnected. But that takes some work and some belief, doesn't it? There is much doubt surrounding this. There are many misnomers, misinformation for the guidance of the DNA and what it represents. Humankind struggles with understanding. Some have insights, those that are connected to the higher realms, but most do not. We additionally talk about the divine blueprint, often associated with DNA. And who set your divine blueprint? Raise of hands. Anybody know that answer?
I know.
Please.
We
add
set
in
our,
your-
we set our own blueprint.
Yes.
So I set mine. I don't know about y'all, but I set mine.
Often we will call them our contracts. It is the plan of the life set out before oneself prior to incarnation. But it's also a roadmap for what's next, what's next, what's next. But it's not the time to focus on that. And I think this is enough information on that point of view.
Thank you. Did Susan have anything to add to that? or were you
Yes,
complete?
my higher self, my star-seeded angelic presence, that's a more of a galactic angelic presence, is coming in with, yeah, the concept of DNA in a sense is malleable as you enter into the higher realms, as you are in different dimensions and different light body forms and different different aspects of your own consciousness that, or streaming your consciousness into different life forms on different planets in other universes that in a sense are you adapt to the environments that you incarnate in, that the human concept of DNA is somewhat limited in what your human minds can comprehend. And there is much more in your higher state of consciousness and your higher understanding when you move to higher dimensions or into other realities that you will come to understand. But understand that, yeah, according to your blueprint, according to what you choose to incarnate as in whatever light or more material bodily form, whether within this universe or another, that you adapt to whatever environment that you are in, and that what you understand as DNA is a much bigger concept than it can be, I guess, explained into a human understanding. And that, but know that your consciousness does adapt and conform to whatever environment it is in, regardless of what universe it is in. But that is all additional I needed to say. This is Metatron again.
Thank you, Metatron. Okay, Angie, we're gonna jump back to this chat. Christine has a question. Go ahead, Christine, ask your question.
Yes, my question is about the souls that come in as schizophrenic and different personalities and whatnot, not always because of abuse, but because this is what they came in as a soul contract. And I'm wondering if when you were speaking of DNA, it's because they see and they can see so much more than what normal people like myself, who doesn't feel she has all the ability to see gnomes or, you know, this, that, and what other spirits. Is it because they see so much and they can't translate it? Autistic children too.
I shall come in as Tanyana Melamine,
Okay.
as I know Metatron and group are considering more elaborately a response. These youngsters that are coming in and those that have been here, as we've noticed more and more autistic or children on the border, as the light is coming in higher, they're coming in to divine their own experience of being the light, being excluded from the world. And when you're excluded from the world and shut yourself down from the world, you're not able to communicate in the typical expectations of society. And what are they here to do? They're here to assist us with breaking down the society of where it is today. So in the role of incarnating with what we would consider limitations, they are actually coming in with expansions. expanded consciousness. We simply do not understand. We, being the typical 3D human being brought here on Earth that wants to work their life and go to school and maybe have a family, get a good job, the typical things of what you would think are the current structure within this world that has been created. They are coming in to shake things up, to change the consciousness of how things must be done. Things must not be done in a particular way. Things are to be done the way that the individual being wants to have them done. And this is why many children who are on the spectrum have strong feelings of what they want, what they desire, what they don't want. And they will advise you of such, often in fits of tantrum. But those who are around these children feel it necessary to protect them. But are they not learning from them?
Like teachers.
Exactly. Beautifully said. Teachers are the ones that have the broadest experience. They deal with many, many, many children year after year, where the parents only may have one or two. 30, 60, 90, 110, 140. Shall we continue? And that could be in a day's work as the classroom change from one class to another and the children change. I say, God bless the teachers. But back to the spectrum of these children coming in. Those that are coming in are the highest light bearing ever. And I would say those that are under the range of 8. These are your new shining leaders. Because what they recognize that we struggle with is that we look to systems to tell us how things go. These new bright shining children will not look to systems. They will look to themselves. They will gather one to another in unity, in understanding, in compassion, bringing more bright white light to the oneness of who humanity is meant to be, with no barriers, no borderlines, no structures of resistance, but in love and kindness and wanting things to be well for all. And that's all I have.
I have a niece who works with autistic children, I think in the entry level into kindergarten, first and second grade or third grade. And she's run into her superiors who she clashes with sometimes. And I think it's because perhaps I feel she is perceptive enough that she can see these little beings as something more than what superintendents see. Is this going to, are superintendents going to be more educated or more willing to see special education as something that they need to broaden and understand better? Are we heading that way?
Let's look at it from the point of view of misunderstanding or lack of understanding. Remember, there's the old coming in with the new. And so the new will bring changes, and changes can bring fear.
Yes.
The fear that is being experienced by the system that is being expressed or held tight to the vest. And so the best thing that anybody who is within this realm of education, who is in tune or even possibly empathic, is to take their fear, to take their lack of understanding, lack of knowledge, take that and release it with love and grace. And say, I recognize this fear that we use the word superintendent, so I will continue to use that, but not toward any specific superintendent per se, so do not take this personally. It is more in regard to the structures within the educational system that we really are referring to. But if you take this superintendent and the energy expressed that they are expressing, that they are also getting from other superintendents and others within the system of education, and collaborate that all into a ball of a color. Let's call it brown. Put it into a ball of brown. And now sit with that ball of brown and say, okay, you are trying to put mud all over me, brown. You're splashing all over me. You're jiggling around. I don't understand you. I feel that maybe the sincerity isn't there. I'm not being supported as an educator if I'm a teacher or as a student or as a parent. And to take these little splotches of brown, let's call it mud, but it's energy, correct? It's energy. It's splashed on you and you feel it. You want to get it off of you. You want to wash it and get it clean. But we say to you, put your covering on of love and release and say, I recognize the limitations within the system. I'm not in control of it, but I have more and more who are supporting me and our groups who are facing these structures. And I trust and know that the support will build and grow as they must address it, as we, the people, ask for the changes to be made. So in the interim, try to find peace within oneself and don't get caught up in the system of what we can't have and what is not. Rather, focus on sprinkling pure white light around that little muddy ball. Pure pink love sprayed around it, and watch it begin to shine and be polished into something anew. Clay to be molded. What do you want? That is where your energy should be. My blessings to you.
What I'm finding right now in our education system within the United States, I don't know about other countries, is so much fear about the so-called woke consciousness, which to me is this consciousness of teaching children actually in a better, more enlightened way, you know, and not censoring everything, but having an open discussion. If I imagine being a creator being, throwing white light at all these various areas of family, the so-called family value people or whatever, but throwing white light to get them in their meetings where they're trying to take over school meetings and put in their own version of education. Does this white light help, and can it expand, and can it clean some of the mud off?
Yes, and we ask you to add the cosmic violet flame.
Ooh, okay.
Cosmic, you can throw diamond in there if you like. Cosmic diamond violet flame to transmute these energies.
Okay.
This will benefit. And anything from
Yes.
the other side. which is the same sign.
Yes. This is Mother Mary coming in.
Ooh,
These dear sensitive souls have much to teach humanity about truth of self, authenticity, of open-heartedness, of sharing your abilities, sharing your gifts with the world uninhibitedly. That these are advanced souls that have chosen to come in to be a true example of source energy on the planet and to bring their light, bring their sensitivity. And yes, they are very much connected to the spirit realm, to their soul essence, if you will, and in sharing that with the world to show others to be in alignment, with spirit and to see beyond the illusion of this reality. They are bringing in that love that they hold, that expanded state of consciousness on the planet that is so needed at this time. And yes, they are able to see beyond the veil in many cases to connect with their pure communication with spirit, their telepathic communication, their channeled information, especially the young ones. And I support what has been said, but yes, the times are changing upon the planet, as you know, and that will include the educational system and those that teach these young ones that are autistic or others as well, that the children will be, as you say, the future upon the planet. They will bring this higher state of consciousness, of understanding, of acceptance, compassion, kindness, of treatment towards those that are different, those that some may not understand, by their example of just being who they are, being authentic and accepting themselves, that this will set the stage within the educational systems to bring about more acceptance of all children and adults from all backgrounds, all walks of life, all understandings, that the sense of fear of separation will dissipate, the sense of inclusion, of unity, of this all being one together in this human experience will continue to pervade all aspects of your life, all aspects of society upon your planet and of organizations. For the so-called elites are losing their hold on the illusions that they've created, that they have taught you to believe in. And so you will see those illusions continue to fall away from the collective consciousness, collective understanding. And just as you know that in order to bring in the new, you must let go of the old. And so do not, in a sense, be concerned about the path forward. But yes, some of the instructors today, yeah, it is just a fear of the unknown, a lack of understanding that influences their current perceptions and also what they've been taught in the programming within the educational system. But as more stand up, as more of teachers support unconditional acceptance and love for these young ones and allow them to freedom of expression of their true selves within the learning process, that this will become the norm, that this will replace what you are currently seeing now, that it will become the future as individuals such as you hold your intentions, hold your light, hold your focus on what you wish to see in these systems, in these educational systems. Envision it within your mind, within your imaginations, what you wish to see, and join with others of similar thought process, join with them in groups even, and hold whatever intentions you wish to create, since as you know, those that gather increase their power in manifestation. So this is something that I wish to advise, but the autistic children, those with other mental conditions that are challenging, or what we see as challenging, this is something that these advanced souls have chosen as part of their blueprint to experience, and to just honor and hold the space of honoring what they have chosen to bring upon their journey here, and to share with humanity, to be an example in what it is to be who you are, and to teach. It is meant to, in a sense, challenge the human consciousness to accept what is different, to accept what is unknown. And despite of not having a full understanding of something, that you can still extend compassion, love, kindness, these emotions for others that may be different from you. And this is part of what they are here to teach, to be the example of, to shift the current paradigm into an expanded understanding and higher level of unification of consciousness upon the planet.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Angie, I know you have 2 more questions in the chat. Are you back?
I am back, yes.
Okay, why don't we go through those, though? They should be rather quick. The one about divine timing and then changing timelines. I think those are quick. And then we've got one more question in our room.
Carol asks, just in a very simple way, what does it mean to change a timeline?
That means shifting what you want. It's a shift within your own energy when you shift a timeline. This channel has experienced this, as has the other. You feel it physically within your body. You say to yourself, huh, something is different. Shifting your timeline typically is because you are wanting to be on a more beneficial timeline for yourself. I rarely see a timeline where somebody has said, let's go back 3 steps. It's always a progress forward. The shift in the timeline is usually a hop, skip, and a jump. It is your
Thank you.
choice.
Yes, think of it as, this is Metatron again. Think of it as, yeah, there's an infinite number of levels within dimensions that you are constantly tapping into based on your consciousness alignment to it, based on your thought processes. And the concept of timelines is the same, that there, yes, that these multiple different points of focus exist and that you are able to tap into it based on your intention, based on your alignment to it, your vibrational alignment, your conscious alignment, what energy you hold. It is just a natural process of your existence to shift from different dimensional realities that are there for you to focus upon. So it is something that happens without even your, I guess, being consciously aware of it. Is something that is just a natural process within your life to move from one, I guess, dimensional focus to another incrementally. So all these different, I guess, variations of your experience can be brought into focus as you shift your thought processes from moment to moment in that now creation point. And yeah, so it's something that, yeah, just is happening all the time. That is like these incremental shifts from one point of focus to the next in your now moment of creation is what is happening with or without your awareness of it.
Beautifully said. And to add one more little tidbit to that, I am still Tignana, by the way. And in the opportunist of the viewpoint of creation and creators, it's like those storybooks of day gone by where you would say, oh, what is your option? A or B? A or B? And then you make the decision. And then the next time you read the book, if you chose A the first time, perhaps you choose B the second time to see, ooh, what else may have happened if I had changed the story by switching my pages. This is a preliminary example, parochial, if you will, of how one makes one's decisions in life, and then the path, aka the timeline that they put themselves on. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ange, what was the next question?
Narita says, can we seek clarification on divine timing, please? Despite my best efforts applying the law of attraction, manifestation is overdue, I feel. Thanks.
I am Merlin, as most of you know me. Manifestation is easy peasy. What you are bringing to you is the lack of attraction. So what you need to do is stop focusing on what you don't have. I haven't manifested it yet. We tease when we say, boo-hoo. But that's because we know how easy it is to manifest. Start with the small things. Go buy yourself some ice cream, put it in your refrigerator and say, I have an idea. I think I will have some ice cream. I think I'll manifest that. Then walk to your refrigerator, open the box, and get your ice cream. Play these games with yourself. You may need to go to the store purchase groceries, for example. But you can say to yourself before you go to the store, what is it that you want to have a taste for? Peaches sound delicious today. I think I'll have some peaches. And then when you go to the store and you see that there are peaches within the fruit produce, pick one up lovingly and say to itself, thank you. Thank you so much, Peach, for being here. Look what I have manifested. You see the game. We encourage you to play the game of getting what you intend to get and then having it. And when you see the joy of the small things showing up, the larger things will automatically show up as well. Find the magic.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
agree with this this message. This is Corkellen coming in, a universal magician that has taught white magic within this group. I will provide my standpoint on this subject. That one thing that you can focus on is being in your feeling state as if you already have what it is that you have intended, and to hold that feeling as if it is already in manifestation and that you are not waiting for it. When you place your order to the universe, so to speak, when you've done your intentional work, your manifestation work to place what you want into your mindset, and you think of it as that you've made the order to God and the universe, and that in some reality it already exists, that it's already manifested, and that it is by you holding the emotion of already having it, of not being what was mentioned in lack of it, that this is what will bring you into a greater vibrational alignment with what you wish to see in your reality, what you wish to have present. But it's about the trust, about the knowingness that it is already manifest, but it is up to you to feel that it is already manifest and to shift your focus, your feeling self, into being ready to receive it, into being ready to see it show up in your reality. It is about being in that feeling state, that state of trust, that state of knowing that, yes, it will appear with divine timing, but knowing that it already exists. You've put in your order and it will be delivered to you when the time is right. And you just need to be in a state of acceptance, open to receiving it and feeling, it's going to show up any day for me now. I'm ready for it. I'm open to receiving it. I know that it's already on its way to me. And then be in that feeling state of being ready to receive, in a sense, miracles and magic in your life, that you can set that intention, that my life is filled with miracles and magic today, that I am open to receiving all that is in my best and highest good today. And just whatever gets you in that feeling state of being in alignment with what you wish to come into your life, then when the timing is right, it shall show up. And it's about knowing and trust, and not being in a state of impatience. This one has struggled with this in the past, but has learned this lesson and has seen the results in her life, in her manifestation practices. So I'm just giving her as an example of the struggles that she went through trial and error of understanding the law of attraction and how to find what works for her. And this is a lesson, as an example, I'm giving to you that she had to learn. And then once she learned this lesson, once she truly felt that what she wanted already existed, was in a manifested state in some dimensional reality, and then knowing that it is possible for her, knowing that and being open to receiving it is what I wish to, I guess, help clarify.
Thank you. We have just about 6 minutes left. There's a question from Joan. She hasn't asked a question yet. She says, and we could just keep the response very short. She says that the answer is going to be very big. What is love? Why do we need to be in love?
Because it is your truest essence. It is who you are. That you are a divine aspect of God's source, and it is your truest heartfelt expression of your divine alignment as an aspect of Creator.
Yes, and greetings. I come to you as Source, Mother Sophia, because the Father energy does not know what it means to carry a child. What is love? Look at the smallest of babes, the tiniest of newborns of any species. And does your heart not feel compassion and quote unquote love? Love is a feeling. Love is us. We are love. You are love and you embody it highly. Many struggle to embody it to the level that you do, at the level of many of you. Love is caring. Love is sharing. Love is putting another's needs above yourself. Love is. We are the universe. You are the universe. We are love. You are love. Express it, and you will always be in your joy and bliss. Many blessings to you. Many blessings to all of you. The Source, Mother, Father, God is always with you. We are here. We listen, but we, yes, have many workers who assist with the work. So call on any of our team. Be in your joy, be in your bliss, be in your love.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Would I be able to ask a blessing from each of you as we go out and as we conclude the webinar?
As Mother
Yes.
Sophia is still here, yes, I agree as well. Utuin yarapa tayera kaha ishukuya marana tu enyarayo. I simply ask you to find within your toning your love frequency. Find it in your sound, in your voice. Blessings of love.
This is from the Palladian Star Mothers. To sia hika sikotoya sia kotuhia sia kiatitia hukua. Here sia huya hitia sia kitia yotu here silko to express your hearts in its truest form. Sia yokota ya hitia tu here sia kia tu ya here sikayati here sia tukotoya ya sia here sia tukutoya ya sia kaya tuku ya titia ya ti here sia tukutoya know your greatness. Tutokaya see expand yourselves. Sia titi here sia be the love that you are. Sikaya tutuya here siakaya tutuya here sikutu we embrace you with our love. Sia here kia kutuya yet sikatia hutuya ya here sia tukutuya feel our nurturing embrace. Sia here kia tutia ya sia husia here kutua hitia iki tukutu here sia ya tukutia you call upon us as you wish to. Sia here and we will embrace you with our galactic hug. Bring humor to your day. And a lightness of spirit. Do not take yourself so seriously. Play as children, creating in the sandbox. Connect with this understanding. For you are all children of the universe. And you are here to play. Upon the stage of your life. Blessings.
Thank you. Okay, Angie, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Wendy, for this fun exchange with tag team channeling. And I think it went really well. So I'm really pleased, and I hope that you enjoyed yourself. And thank you to all the beings that came. Thank you to everyone in the YouTube chat. To people we didn't get to their questions, we will save them for next week, and we will pick them up with Jim. So we only have 2 hours, so sometimes you just run out of time.
It flies by fast.
Yes, bye. Thank you so much. And I want to ask Angie if she will do the announcement, if she can, before we go.
Thank you very much. We have our channeling, I don't know why I said channeling. We have our gathering scheduled for next year, and it is August 8th through August 12th, 2024. And it is, excuse me, it is $6.95 per person. And our gathering is about oneness, being together, finding out who your starseed family is. And if you're interested in that, classes at hucolo.org. I will get information out on how to register for the class. There's a link on our Facebook page, main Facebook page for the gathering. And there's also the flyer and the information on our website, hucolo.org. And if you have any questions about that, again, email classes@hucolo.org.
Thank you. All right, everyone. And thank you for being here. Everyone, Jim will be here back. Jim will be back next week. And then we have actually I have everybody booked all the way through November. We have Jim, then we have Will, then Jim again. And then very interestingly, we're having back Peter, whose name Peter Dennis, who came on and was talking about how he teaches channelers, and he's now written a book. So he's coming on and he's going to be discussing his book. And then we have Jim again, and then Will again, and then me.
I'm in his book.
You signed the foreword, right? And so then, so Wendy's in the book, and then also we have Athena, the woman who channeled Athena, is coming back in November.
Oh, she's
So,
wonderful.
yeah. So and
I
then
love her.
I think that's it, and then of course Jim, and then Will and Jim and everyone else. So yeah, so we're booked solid for the next couple months, and I have some things planned for December, so we'll see how we go, but some nice times coming up for us, and thank you everyone for being here once again. If you would like to support Human Colony, you can support us for 10 measly tiny dollars per month, but it really helps us. They add up. You can go to hucolo.org, and if you support us, you can always be in the Zoom room, and this in the free webinars, but also the paid webinars with Jim. So because we have so many people now in the room, it's hard to get to the YouTube questions in, when Jim is here. So we have to prioritize the people in the room. So make sure you can be in the room for $10. No channeler does a session for $10. So I think it's a good deal. All right. So you can go to hucolo.org and subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone. And we'll see you next week. Much love to you. Much love to everyone.
Thank you for having us,
Love.
Krishna Priya. We really appreciate being here. An honor to channel all these different
Yes.
beings for the different questions. Blessings to you.
Yeah, and thanks
It's
all.
great.
Thanks all who have joined us today and will watch later. So much love.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you to everyone that'll watch later. All right. Thank you so much.